This is going to be a strange video, but I'll tell you how I got here. So I don't know if you can see over on the other side there, but I've been wiring this P71, the switches. By default, the police package doesn't have any. Maybe you can see it a little bit there. By default, the police package doesn't have any lit window switches or door locks. But you can actually wire them together. And I started with the driver side. That was pretty straightforward. And then I just the other day I did the passenger side front. But you'll notice right here how different they are. Well, not way back, maybe a couple of years ago, I replaced the window switch on the passenger side because it was always a problem. And now, of course, you can see just how different that switch is to the others. And I'm the type of person where that kind of bothers me. So I looked into a couple of different ways to fix that up. And at first I thought, well, maybe I could switch the covers from an old switch to a new switch because I had the old switch. But that didn't seem to make any difference. And then I even tried on a lock switch because that's the older switch in there. I tried it on a spare switch I had. I tried to, clean up the insides here. But that didn't seem to have any effect. Maybe even made it worse. But what it turns out is that the new switches just have a way brighter LED. And in fact, if I can turn this off, right now you can see that they're lit, and the one on the left, which is the new switch, is way brighter. If I turn it off, there we go. Took a while. You can actually see that when they're lit, they're kind of the same color, but the switch on the left is more yellow, the switch on the right is more orange. But when they're completely turned on, they are both more or less the same color. It's just the one on the left is brighter. So I tried a couple of different things, but what I think is probably going to work best is actually one of my wife's favorites is these metallic Sharpies. And this one just happens to be silver metallic. I've already tried it and rubbed it off, so it's not permanent. It could come back here. I suppose some people had recommended you can actually get buy stickers to dim LEDs, and I could probably put them on the top of these or on the inside of the switch right here. Although in this case, this one is, you can see the difference between the Dorman part, which seems to be a good part, and the OEM part. The Dorman part is all white, and the OEM part actually has an insert. Other people recommended actually using nail polish. We don't actually have any nail polish, so I'm going to use this silver Sharpie and kind of get a result here, and then I'll come back. Okay, I worked the silver metallic Sharpie a little bit on either side, and it just masks a little bit. Seems to do a pretty good job. This one over here is still a little bright. But I'll go ahead and put the covers back on. So this is the Dorman part, and here is the factory part. You might be wondering, well, I want bright LEDs. Well, I'd like them too, but not if it looks different than any of the other ones. You can even barely tell that the OEM one is on actually still. It's a little bit better, but it's I think when I get it in the car, it's going to be a major difference. Get that all the way down. These just pry up. You can put there. Put that down. I mean, you can't even tell the OEM one is on, really. That looks much closer, though. Of course, I'll compare it in the car when I get the time. But I think if we actually block a little bit of ambient light, you can see it is, get it in focus. It's definitely a lot closer. So I'll probably fix up this one here, and then when I get it in the car, I'll do another comparison. Alright, so I went ahead and, oh geez. Sorry about that. Alright, so I went ahead and, installed the new switch, and you can tell right away, it looks pretty much identical to the original OEM. Not as bright, not as glaring. So, in all success, silver metallic Sharpie for the win. If you want to make your window switch LEDs a lot less bright.